watching the world go by, one dreadful note at a time. And as the music played, she watched her every hope betrayed. She closed her eyes only to see another world where she could be. She left this wake in tragedy to find that hopeful melody. A distant song she used to know, a
Hello everyone, welcome to this Metalheads live stream. My name is Nathan, I'm the developer of Metalheads, and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be trying to make a new minigame prototype. Don't know if it's going to go well, we'll see. But I'm pretty excited to give it a shot. I hope everyone's days have been awesome today. It's bright and sunny, all that kind of stuff. Today, where I live, it's been beautiful. Went for a walk this morning. Had a bit of an encounter with a snake. Might tell you guys about that a little bit later on. But it was a close one. It was a close one. Quite scary. Got the heart rate up, that's for sure. I've done workout, all that kind of stuff. So feeling good today. Got all those feel good chemicals running through the body. That sounds like a drug addiction, but no, it's not. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be making a minigame with you guys. Now, it's not going to be like a typical Metalhead stream where we're all playing and having fun and it's going to be an amazing time. It's going to be a lot slower, but this is for people who want to see sort of the process of making a minigame. Now, I've already kind of done the concept art for the minigame, even though it's very, very rough. And I'll show you guys that in a moment. And yeah, that's about it. I haven't really done much else other than doing documentation. So the last week or two, I've just been, you know, documenting everything, just trying to give myself a plan moving forward, because what I found, you know, a couple of weeks back, you know, things weren't so great, and I was just kind of like, I wasn't focused. I didn't have a plan. So now I've actually sort of made a plan for myself. It's going a lot better. And one of my cats is knocking the lights around thinking it's a toy. Hello, cat. Come on. You want to go on the camera? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's a kitty cat stream. Hello. Hey, what you doing? See, look at this. Hello. So yeah, I've got a bit of a focus, a bit of a plan. I wrote up a whole bunch of mini games. Went back to all of my old mini games that I wrote down, just to see what I could kind of salvage. And this mini game is actually one of those old ones that I kind of brought up to scratch, and that's probably not the right way of putting it, but I kind of revived it and touched on it a little bit, and just seeing what I can make out of this mini game idea. So anyway, I'll bring up the the desktop. Desktop only. Forgive my extremely messy desktop. What am I looking for? Developer log. No, not the developer log. I'm after mini games. I gotta find it now. I think. What am I doing? Minigames. There we go. I think I put it in deflect and destroy. Here we go. There we are. And I've got the documentation for it as well. I'll just put the desktop and the camera. Can I do that? There we go. Yay, I'm here. Yay. And the good thing is, this time I'm not getting dropped frames like the last time I tried to stream and everything just fell to pieces and there was a 10-minute delay. That sucked. So, here is the beautiful, beautiful work of art that I created the other day, which you guys can see is absolutely incredible. Like, I should be like a paid, you know, concept artist. What do you guys reckon? You reckon I should get paid for this? I mean, it's pretty crazy over the top, isn't it? Hello, Chow. How you doing? So, the idea of this minigame, it's inspired by a few different things, but it's probably mostly inspired by, what do you call it? There's a game called Gurgamoth. And there's another game that does a similar thing. But basically, in the middle, you've got this little puck. I don't know if you guys can see the mouse cursor or not. I think you can. You have this puck, and it just kind of hovers on the spot at the beginning, and whoever hits it, basically the puck turns into that player's color. And it will bounce in the opposite direction. Like, players get to knock it away because players have these little glowing wrenches or weapons in their hands, and yeah, it knocks the item away, or the object away, the hazard, whatever. And they are kind of immune to the hazard if it is their color. So they would just kind of ghost through this puck, maybe. Don't know. I'd have to experiment, see what the feedback is when I finally get this working, if I get it working. So that's the puck, and it would just bounce around the arena. The arena layout may change. I just did a hexagon for the time being. Now you've got these little circles on the floor that you guys can see. Now these are little flame pads, similar to the melting memory mini game. So with these pads, they start kind of closed. Like in Laser Lunacy, it's got like little hatches. They start closed, and when a player runs over them, it kind of lights up in that player's color. The hatch opens, and you can kind of see this here. This, up the top left, you got like this pinkish purple glow. It's got the fire underneath it in the same color that the player was that ran over it. And then if another player does decide to run across it, you got this green guy down here, or green fire down here. That it'd burst out in flames and the player would catch fire and die. So it's just another hazard. Don't know how well that's going to work, but we'll see. And then up the top right here, there would be multiple of these things on each angle of the wall, but essentially they are just laser beams, and when a player hits it, it becomes their player. That player becomes immune to that laser beam, and it goes the opposite direction to where it was hit from. And it just kind of bounces left and right or wherever along that wall. Now, I did also consider having it so that these lasers would kind of, link to walls that aren't directly opposite, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, you could essentially have two players that are just smack, 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 bouncing back and forward, between the lasers. Or maybe I might have to do a delay or a cooldown that, means that the players just can't continuously keep slapping these objects and turning it into their color. Then on the outside, we've got basically little doors, and they kind of retract every now and then, so the players can't run along the outside and hit these lasers. So it kind of might stop players from turning those lasers into their color if it's in someone else's color. But I don't know. We'll see. This is completely off the top of my head, experimental. We'll just see how it pans out. It may not pan out well at all. I did want to do some other ideas with this mini game, but for now, I think I should just get into it and see if I can make something work. So I'll keep this to the side. I'll close that down. That up. Nope. Not that. I need. What am I after? Oh, Unreal Engine. There we go. I've got Unreal Engine on the screen here. I better close some things down. What you see here is just me, trying to work on the Make a Move minigame, which I tried the live stream last time, but it completely failed. It just didn't work very well. So let's close this down, make it nice and clean. I also tried to do a digital directional arrow thing for the Roller Raceway minigame, which I started working on it, just creating a material for it and stuff like that. It's kind of funky. Let's get rid of the camera, get rid of ball, get rid of raceway. God, I gotta get rid of all of this. Get rid of that, because we're making a brand new mini game here, so I can't really start from any of that. Now, I wish this would switch screen for me, but it doesn't. So I'll bring this over so you guys can see. All right. So the plan is to first make a new game mode, and what a game mode is basically it's the back end of the mini game. It's sort of like the circuitry or the wiring of an electronic device. And only people who are electricians could get access to that and mess around with it. Everyone else just kind of hits buttons on the front end, right? And that'll be... I'm not going to try and explain it. It does stuff. So, I need to make a child blueprint. And I'm going to call this... I can't remember the name of the minigame now. It's here. It is here somewhere. Go to that? Mini games. Why can't I remember it? And I do have the design documentation here somewhere. Ah, deflect and destroy. Cut that, pop that in here. So it's all in one location. There we go. And I've got like all of this stuff here. Design documentation. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Now, deflect and destroy. We'll write that as the name of the minigame. Oops. Hope everyone's having a great day today. If you're in the chat, please do tell me how everything's going. What exciting news have you got? Even though if you're from Australia or most places in the world, really, you're probably in lockdown right now. So that sucks. Hopefully you're not. And if you are, hopefully you're doing all right and you've got sort of a way to, you know, cope with the lockdown and you're trying to stay as healthy as possible and happy as possible. Because I look, for a cave person like me, it doesn't bother me too much. I mean, I'll just go to the shops and then I'll come back home. Normally I'd go down to a place called the Jetty Foreshores and go for a walk on along the jetty there, do some exercise and stuff. But at the moment, I'm just going up and down my hill. Speaking of which, before I forget, now this story about the snake. Hang on, let me switch the camera. The story about the snake, right? So like the hill, I don't know how long it goes for. It's maybe like a 1.2 kilometer walk down and back, or 1.6. I don't even know. It's a big long hill downwards. It's nice, sort of rainforesty kind of area, semi-rural. It's just a nice walk. And today was a beautiful day. Not too hot, not too cold. So I'm walking down. Some cyclists are coming up the road. I'm sort of walking off to the side of the road, and you hear lizards and stuff, like, you know, scuttering around in the foliage, and it's all dry leaves and stuff, so it's pretty obvious when something's moving in the foliage there. But I've got to be mindful of snakes, obviously. So I'm walking along, everything's all good, avoiding cyclists, and there's this one spot that I thought that I heard something, but didn't really see anything. But snakes are very camouflaged. Nothing happened. On my way back up, a car is coming on the other side of the road. So I'm walking at this particular spot again, coming up the hill, and I'm looking at this car that's coming the other way. I just, you know, it's what you do. You just look at cars. I'm like a puppy dog. That was weird. But yeah, watching this car for 2 or 3 seconds, and I hear something like to the left of me. Oh, I thought I did before the car even got there, and I didn't really pay much mind to it. I just thought it was more lizards. And because I walked in that foliage before, it didn't bother me. Stupid me. So I'm walking up, and car goes past. I turn to my left after, you know, the car has gone past, and here's this freaking snake, like, standing up. Like, I don't know, 1.5 meters or something, maybe a bit longer, probably 2 meters actually. And it's like, it's up to, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like up to my thigh. Now I'm 6 foot tall. So this thing, I'm walking up the hill and I just look and I'm like, what the, and I just launched onto the road. Like, if there was a car coming up the road, I probably would have got hit. But this snake scared the absolute living shit out of me. I've never really, it was right next to me. I'm surprised it didn't try to strike me. I mean, it probably did. That's probably why I heard it. And snakes typically don't make any noise. But yeah, like, talk about getting the heart rate up. Good little morning walk, huh? But it was good. It was good fun. I wish I had my camera because the snake was absolutely beautiful. And it was just, you know, once I walked past, it just kind of, you know, checked out the road. It was checking out me. And it dropped its head back down. And then it just went across the road. And I was like, wow. I wish I had my camera. Damn it. Anyway, that's a little story. Let's get back into the actual development stuff. All right. So, creating a game mode. That is the first step to this minigame. It's actually not, but I'll get to that in a second. Where did I even put this? Deflect and destroy. The first step is actually after I create the game mode, is to create a level for this. And to create the arena layout, even if it's a basic one. Hey, Nagullen? Did I pronounce that right? I hope I did. How you doing? Sorry, I'm just catching up with chat. It's a Chow thing said, Unity broke my game, I need to fix it. Oh, well, that's fun. That's fun. I broke my game, I need to fix it. I've been saying that for the last 2 years. And Slash is here. We all come to share the love. Thank you, Slash. Much love, much appreciate. Alright, I've got to think. Now, this is a problem with doing a live stream and trying to do work. I'm really bad at multitasking sometimes. Might need you to teach me how you built the character system for Metalhead so I can steal your methods. No, I don't know. I didn't really build a character system. I mean, I did, but it's not very good. Alright, so, got to create a level. I'm actually going to kind of steal one of the other levels from the game, just to get the atmospherics and all that kind of stuff. The lighting, all that kind of thing. It's going to be similar lighting to Blasted, I think, so I might grab Blasted's level. And the camera angle, I think, is going to be very similar to Blasted as well. The reason I do this is it just saves me from having to sort of, do the same thing again and again. Now, it's probably going to come up with an error when I try and save this as a separate level, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so this is Deflect and Destroy. Oh, you can see that on the screen. Excellent. No, I don't want to... Why is there? My keyboard has a problem with double tapping things. I don't like that. Deflect and Destroy. And error. God, I hate that. Don't know why it does that. I think it's this particular version of Unreal Engine. So that's probably going to be my next step in the coming week. I have to try and change over to a newer version of Unreal Engine 4. And that's not a quick and simple process. It's quite a nightmarish process, actually. We'll see how I go, see if it even works or fixes a lot of the issues. Gonna update the version of the input manager for Metalheads as well. Because I'm using an older version that was kind of experimental when Steam were making changes to the Steam input. So that could actually be the reason for so many people having input problems. So if I can get that updated, that could solve a lot of issues. But the last time I updated the Unreal Engine version, it caused a lot of problems. And I didn't like it too much. There were fatal errors. And when people would start the game, it would just take forever to close down, or it wouldn't close down. So things like that were really annoying. Alright, stop talking. So I've got I'm just going to get rid of all these blocks, getting rid of the Blasted arena. Now, something I will mention with this mini game that I'm making, it does have pickups as well, just to make it more interesting. Because right now, if we have a look at that image, where the heck is it? That's not the right application. We have a look at this image again. Right now, I mean, there's 3 hazards, 4 hazards even. There's a puck, there's the fire things, there's the lasers, and then you've got these doors on the hatches on the outside. There's not much. So if I have pickups in the level, it kind of adds to the chaos. So things like randomizing the colors of all of the different hazards every 2 seconds, or something like that, or turning the lights off, things like that, just to really mix things up a little bit, or adding a hazard that's only temporary in the level. There was another hazard that I did want to add. I probably won't even try to prototype it today because it's kind of crazy to try and do. But it is basically a pillar, and when you hit the pillar, it creates laser walls, very similar to Laser League, if anyone's ever played that. And I think there's actually if anyone hasn't played that, it's now free, which is pretty damn awesome. It's a great game. Used to play it all the time with when friends would come over with 8 players, have a few drinks. Not that I drink anymore at the moment. I haven't had a drink in probably a month now, but we'd have drinks and be sitting around on this big TV, and it would be hilarious. Everyone would be having a great old time. I miss playing that game. So I might have to do it for like a community night for the Metalheads group. So we'll see what happens. I think that'll be really fun. All right, so I'm just gonna be positioning stuff. This is a rough block out right now. Now, for those who don't know, a block out it's just a draft effectively. You're not trying to make anything too serious or fancy. Just trying to make it work. That's all that's happening. And just getting an idea of the overall size of the arena as well. That's another thing. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Because you got to think the camera, it's not like, where's that image again? It's not the same as, it's not a square. It's this, what you see. It's 16 by 9 or 16 by 10 or whatever. So you have to kind of make the arena so it's kind of wide. Otherwise, you've got like this tiny arena and then all this space on the outside. Just said, make sure you get a backup then. Absolutely. Always back up. Gotta get rid of this stuff. See what I can do here. Now I may have to go into Blender, which is the 3D modeling tool that I use for all the 3D models, just to rough out the level. Because right now I just don't think that's going to work. Maybe I'll just stretch these out a little bit, just to, as I said, it's a block out. It's nothing special or fancy. Just getting a feel for the size of the level. I don't even know if that's in the right spot. Tell you what, I should go into Blender. I'll do that now, actually. I'll go into Blender and I'll try and model the level based on that image. I keep shutting down the image. Why do I keep doing that? Where is it? Silly me. Alright, I'm just going to keep this image up on the left hand side of the screen. Alright. Get my Blender open. Let's start something new. Now, I haven't actually used Blender in a while, so I'm going to be a little bit rusty. Oh boy. I barely remember. Oh, I'm struggling with the controls already. Oh no, this is gonna go great. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? It's a new version of Blender that I'm not used to. All the controls are kind of weird. Alright, hold right click. Why? It's going fantastically. I'm just trying to think how to, is it middle click? Is it spacebar? No. What? Alright, to the Googles. Wow, that's so bad. My goodness. Do I need to seriously look at a refresher on my shortcuts in Blender? That's so bad. How to do a shade. Change shading mode. Now, there's normally a little context menu that pops up. It's not that. It's like a wheel thing that pops up. Yay! This is going great already. Fundamentals.
The shading editor.
Nope. Nope, that's not what I want. Sorry, I'm looking on YouTube right now. Super professional, guys. How about I go to... here. Silly. Silly. Alright. There is actually a shortcut for this. I just don't know what the heck it is, and I don't know why it's not working. Tab does that. Is it shift right click? It's not shift right click. Shift left click? No. Alt click? I don't know. Anyway. Let's do some editing. Let's extrude that out. just to actually, you know what? I'm doing this all kinds of wrong. There is a shape. Cylinder. Make this 6-sided. Do I want to make it 6-sided or 8-sided, guys? Chow, I was just trying to change the shading mode. Like, I was trying to bring up the wheel context menu so you can change the shading mode. You know, like, easily, the shortcut for it. Seems my brain has forgotten all of that right now, whereas I've been using Blender the last couple of days and I just don't remember it. It's kind of embarrassing. So radius, I want to make that 10 meters. Wow, that's huge. Let's change this clipping distance. What the heck? New. Make that that. Make that that. There we go. Oh, freaking heck. I need to offset that. No, that's a rotation. You know what? I've done that wrong anyway. There we go. Let's reset that position. Offset that by 1. That way the bottom of it is touching the grid. 8-sided arena. Yeah, I think I need to. I think I really do need to do that, but I'm just not too sure. Because I'm just trying to think. The camera perspective is going to be kind of down like this, much like in Blasted. It kind of actually has to be more like that, so you can kind of see the bottom wall down here. I just don't know if 8-sided is going to work. And then rotate it, I think. Actually, no, I don't. Yeah, I'll need to rotate it. Rotate that by, what is it, 22.5? Yeah, 22.5. 45 divided by 2. And I'll make that 10 meters. Now the other thing is, I can obviously squish this down and make the these sides shorter. Yeah, I could do that, and then I could have something on these particular sides, like another trap that kind of like fires across the level. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, we'll go with this for now. Don't want to stuff around too much. We're going to delete this top face. Going to invert all this. Seriously, can I not even think to invert it? Is it, no, it's Alt-N. Yeah, flip the normals. That way everything's like... See, if I created that shape with the top of it, technically we're in the inside of that shape now. So if I put it in the engine, what would happen is if we're looking from the inside out, you wouldn't actually see any of these walls because it's only one-sided. So I'd have to flip the normals, the normal being the direction it's facing outwards, which would be like that angle. Anyway, I shouldn't get into the technicalities of it. Nobody needs to know that. Let's go X. Oh my goodness, let's change the scale. X. What is this doing? Why is it trying to do that? Alright, full transforms. That's better. I don't know why I was trying to do that. Oh, because of the rotation. Scale that by 0.5. No. Jesus, what am I doing? 0.5. I could do something like that, just for the time being. It's not very good though. Let's not do that actually. Let's go to 0.75. That way we get a kind of wider arena. If the camera's kind of facing down, at least we get to see this bottom part here. Now that is literally it for the time being. I'm gonna export this. That's there's not much to it for the time being. I'm gonna export this to Unreal Engine, and let's see what the size and the shape and everything ends up looking like. I need to go to... Oh, I need to make a new folder. Deflect. And destroy. Block out. Make sure this is in the right measurements for Unreal Engine, otherwise it gets all weird and yeah, we don't want that. Now I need to go to the game mode, create a new folder. What the heck? Where is it? Here. New folder. Where did that go to? Well then, that just disappeared. Let's bring that over. New folder. What? Why is that not there? I must be blind here. New. What? Where is this new folder? Deflect. Maybe it just didn't create it. And destroy. I don't know what the heck happened there. It was creating a folder, but then it just refused to do it. Alright, next thing, I need to import the mesh. So I'm going to find it now. D drive, assets, meshes. As I said, this isn't a super exciting stream. This is just, this is development. This is just what happens. I feel like I put that folder in the wrong spot, but that's okay. Import, I don't really care about materials or anything. Excellent. Just going to drag this into the level now. Oh my goodness, that is possibly huge. Alright, and that kind of gives us a rough idea of the overall size of the arena. Just going to get rid of these walls. Actually, I'll just select. Get that, get that, get that, get that. Cool. And then what I can do is actually hit play. I don't want to do blast. I'll go deflect and destroy. I've got to change the game mode in the level. There it is. The reason I have to do that is so any logic that I change in the game mode gets tied to this particular level. Simple as. Now I'm using keyboard at the moment, just for those who do use keyboard. Alright, so that gives me a rough idea. There's no collision or anything on the level right now, so the player's just going to fall through it and die, which is what just happened then. Let's add some collision. Material slots, just go blank. Grey. Sure. Yes. And then collision, let's make that complex because there's no collision with it yet. And let's see if that works. Now I should spawn in, there we go. Now the camera angle I think is alright. So that's not too bad. So because it's the same as Blasted, I guess, that's why it's fine. Alright. So this is taking so long, by the way. I thought it would be a lot quicker, but I think once I go live, I tend to freak out a little bit because I'm just like, oh, I've got to get this done really quickly because people are going to get bored and it's going to be horrible. I don't want to be boring, but it's going to be like that. That's just, you know, it's hard to make a game development stream interesting or fun, I should say. I guess it'd be more fun if I just do it quickly, right? and do it good. So now what I could do, I could use these if I wanted to, kind of block it out just to give me a rough idea, something a bit more better visually, and then remove the arena walls and stuff like that. Now eventually I'll, you know, obviously be adding, you know, my own meshes to the walls to make them look a bit more special than what they do. So bear with me. That probably won't happen this stream. I might do another stream tomorrow where I actually show you guys the process of, you know, modeling everything, like, you know, doing the proper modeling for everything, and also texturing things as well. It's quite a fun, involved process, but yeah, like I think it's going to be way more interesting than watching this stuff. That's for sure. I'm just gonna mess around with that. Now, as I said, this is a rough block out, so don't go judging it too harshly. It's gonna be all over the place. And I'm just using assets from another mini game, just so I can, you know, it's just easier to test with better visuals, I think. Well, I think it's more enjoyable, I should say, not easier. Alright, just plonk that there. Doesn't really matter. And then I'll do the same with that one there. Cool. And then if I hit play, yeah. Oh, it looks amazing already. Look at it. You know what I mean, though. Like if I just did the kept. Let me just get rid of these walls. Delete the faces. I can re-export that. Done. Go back in here, re-import this, get rid of those walls. What the heck? Good enough. Good enough. Now, the first thing after that, now I've got to go to my design documentation because I did actually create a kind of stream schedule type of thing for this. So let's do that. Alright. Now, as you can see, it's inspired by Gogama. Really good fun game, by the way, and I recommend going and buying it and checking it out. I've got a lot of party games, and that is definitely a favorite. It's just a quick and straightforward sort of party game that everyone loves playing. Here we go. So, first thing is the arena blockout. So, you spend 15 minutes doing this. I think I've spent a bit more than 15 minutes doing this. Which is really bad. Set up the camera angle, don't really need to do that. But the spawn placement I do need to mess around with because right now the spawn placement sucks. So I'll just put these roughly into a better position. Players would start on the outside of the arena. I'll grab this player over here as well. Now I did actually that image that I brought up here before, I did actually draw variations where along like the outside it was kind of open and it had like laser fences, and I thought that would be kind of cool as well. Also Nagalan, thank you for the follow on Twitch. So yeah, I did these laser fence type things, and I was going to make it so the players could hit buttons to like make it their laser fence or something, and I don't know, I couldn't see it really working too well, but it might be something I can toy around with later. So what have I got to do? The puck. Alright, let's just go into here and quickly make a... Now, for the time being, actually, I've already got a puck that works, so I'm actually going to use that puck and change the mesh for it. But I'll quickly be able to make one here. Doesn't have to be anything special or fancy. Radius is definitely not 10 meters. I think a 1 meter puck is fine. Depth is just a 1 meter one. Maybe 0.75. And we'll up that by 1 meter. Oh, it's kind of hovering a little bit. Maybe not 0.75, 0.5. Try that. Yeah, that'll do. I'll just lower that down a little bit. Where's the grid snap? Where are we? There. Okay. What I'll do here, I'll just extrude that. Don't really know what I'm going to do with this thing. We'll see how this actually pans out. I need to insert, do that, lift that up a little bit, insert again, and probably go along the outside here, extrude outwards, faces along normals. Shrink down. Give that a separate material. As I said, this is going to be real quick and rough. Doesn't need to be anything super special or fancy. Let's just give it the main material, just call that main. And then we'll just get that there. Create a secondary material called the glow. Sign that. Yeah, that's all good. Also, sign that. Now later on I could add some little glowy bits on there to just make it really fancy, but for now this is fine. I'm gonna smooth shade that as well. Maybe I'll do something just a little bit better than this. Inset, maybe drop these down. Do the same here, inset, drop down. And then I can apply a smooth shade to it. Where is it? I forget how to do this now. Oh yeah, gotta select all the things. Smooth shade. Where the heck is it? Oh yeah, normals. And make that 7. Yeah, and then I could also bevel this if I really wanted. Sharpen. Sharpen or bevel? Bevel. Just to make it look super fancy. Now look, this is just a, as I said, it's an experiment. Kind of going a little bit overboard with it, but oh well. Gotta make it fun, you know? It can't be too boring. Alright, there we go. That can be our puck. Let's go in here. And we'll just go puck. Alright, close that down, back into Unreal Engine. I can't see chat or anything. Hang on. I actually enjoy the slower development streams. It really shows the process we go through and that everything isn't... oh, by the way, is it choppy for you guys, or is it like... How is the stream looking? Is it smooth or choppy? Is the audio good? I haven't even checked any of that yet. Tell me if it's crap, basically. Let's have a look. Alright. So Chow says, I actually enjoy the slower development streams. It really shows the process we go through and that everything isn't as easy as some people make it seem. That is absolutely true because, yeah, it's a nightmare. I think I just worked out how to fix the problem rather. I'll read that another time. That's something very specific. Smooth for me, no problems for me. Awesome, thank you. Thanks for letting me know that, Chow. I appreciate that. Now, I need to put the puck into the level. So let's create a... No, I don't need to create a blueprint for this. Now this is where I have to borrow stuff from other minigames. This is the beauty of game development, is when you make one thing, you can generally repurpose it for something else. Now I've already got a game called Get Pucked, right? So I'll grab the puck from Get Pucked and we'll use that. So if I grab... Actually, I'll show you guys what I'm doing. That'll help. If I grab this and... my brain is just starting to melt down now. I'm gonna have some water. Water is good. I'm looking for deflect and destroy. Copy here. Now I need to make this. Now the reason it's called a character is because characters behave differently online. Their networking is typically smoother and better than just any other odd class. And that's what this thing is, a class or an object. Like a human is a class, for example. A cat is a class. So, yeah. A puck is a class. So, I need to make it so that this thing can bounce around. So that's going to be kind of important. Let me go back to my design documentation. Create a laser perk, set up character and add a melee. Ah, yes. I need to also go to my character stuff, and I need to make, I think, a duplicate of the boss fight character, perhaps, because the boss fight character actually has like a melee weapon, and it's already all set up, so I may as well just go to it. Duplicate. Let's go deflect and destroy. So that's saying wrench collisions. Yep. No, I don't want that. I need this to be. Just gonna get rid of that. Now, basically, what's happening here is that when the player swings their wrench, right? There's a collision box on that wrench. Okay, so when it overlaps with something, it triggers this, and here it says, hey, is this the server or is it the client? We don't want the client to be able to control what happens when they hit something. The server has to do that and then relay that information back to the client. That stops cheating and hacking and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you got the server. Yes, we're swinging with one hand. I don't really need that there, to be honest. Now this, in the boss mode, would typically, it'd check to see if we're hitting the boss, because we don't want this to impact any of the other players, for example. But in this mini game, I do want players to be able to hit one another and stun them. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. For the time being, I'm not going to worry about just going through it in my head right now. Basically, I want all of the hazards to have one particular class, or interface I should say. So I can create what's called an interface where they all have this thing and they all identify as like something that can be hit. Just trying to think how I can do it. Let's see. Anyway, for the time being, let's just figure out what I've got here, because a lot of me working on the game is actually going back and relearning stuff that I've already made, like, which made sense at the time, but now to me I look at this and I'm like, oh, what's going on? So yeah, in the boss mode it'd be like, are we hitting the boss? Yes, we are. And then we'd get that boss, a reference to that boss, and we'd do a little function that says do some melee damage. So in here we do some melee damage. A little insight here is typically what would happen is I have a look at how many players are alive in the boss battle, and I'd adjust the damage based on the number of players alive. So that's sort of a difficulty scaling, but I ended up setting it just to everyone's doing the same damage, just for testing purposes. Haven't tested it though yet. Now this here, player hit the boss. This is basically because you got to think, like, if I'm the server and you're the client, if a player hits the boss, or in this case the puck or something like that, the player doesn't need to know that that anyone hit the puck. They need to be given a representation though. Actually, I've got to reword this. The player doesn't need to do all the logic behind hitting the puck. They don't need to do damage or anything like that. That should only be handled by the server. Then the server just has to tell the players that, hey, we hit that puck, let's do some visual effects or something like that, just to make it look like they hit the puck or they swung their weapon or whatever. So in this particular case, it goes, hey, we swung, we hit the boss, or the puck, I guess. We'll shake the camera. We don't want to do that, actually. That would be really annoying. We'll play a sound, a metal clashing sound. I can leave that there for now. We'll activate a spark particle effect. We can leave that for the time being. And that's it. And then after that, we'll change the collision so it doesn't run into anything else. And that's literally it. So, I need to get rid of this boss stuff. We don't need any of that, because it's irrelevant. So now we've got a very blank looking melee attack. The other thing I've got to do here is actually change the game mode to use that character. So we'll go into here, deflect and destroy. We'll go deflect and destroy. There we go. And we'll notice that when I spawn in, I should actually have a wrench in my hand. Hopefully. Yes, I do. It's not very obvious, and I will probably add a different kind of weapon or something, but and this view doesn't really give it away, but you can see that I can actually swing, alright? I can actually swing my little weapon. Now, I may end up making the arena a little bit smaller, because this is quite large. This is a very large arena, actually. But for the time being, it'll do. It'll do fine. Once I actually get the gameplay mechanics in place, then I can adjust all that kind of stuff. And the good thing about doing that is then I can make the camera closer, all that kind of stuff, and just makes the game feel a little bit better, I guess. Let's go a larger view so you guys can see. I mean, really, I could actually move the camera a little bit further forward, further down. But yeah, as you can see, there we go. Swinging my weapon, swinging away. Swinging away. There we go. Now let's actually make the... I know this is how it sounds really dumb, but let's make the wrench glow. The color of... better make sure yeah, the color of the player. Materials, we'll make this glow. Yeah. Player glow. I'm just gonna make sure I've got the right material. Okay, glow material. Next. There we go. Now you'll notice that his little wrench is glowing. Now I also have to make it so that material instance. There we go. Alright. Create dynamic material instance. This basically, what I'm doing here, allows me to change the color of that that glow material. That's all it's doing. Or change something, a parameter in the material. Yeah, color vector. Now, vector is X, Y, Z, or 3 values, 3 numbers. Which can actually be used for a color, for example. So what I would do is I would get the game instance, ginst color. Actually, I don't need to do that. I just get the player color. Get color. Use an American spelling or Australian spelling. I made it American because it keeps whinging at me. There we go. And then I'll just change this to color. I think it's in that spelling. I'm not 100% sure. Let's find out. Color. Yes, it's in American spelling, and the emissive value is 100. So I could really crank that emissive value up if I wanted to. I'm not going to though. Now, when I play, my wrench should actually be the same color as my character. Should. Yes, it is. Excellent. I'll just make that bigger. Before it was white, so now it is not. It's a bit hard to see it, but yeah. I will make it more obvious when I wrap the minigame up and I add particle effects and like a trail behind the weapon so you know that you're actually swinging it and that kind of stuff. And it probably won't be a wrench. I'm just not too sure yet. It might even just be like a shield or something and the player goes, you know, does something like that. Don't know yet. Figuring it out as I go. This may not actually work on the client side as well, so I'll have to experiment with that later when I test. Getting back to the melee attack, we need to create an interface so that anything that can be hit will react to being hit. I think I've already got something for that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the content browser here. I'm just going to close this on the right side. Thank you guys for hanging around, by the way. I do appreciate it. I think it's great that you guys find this interesting. And it does encourage me. It's very, very nice. And for those who watch it later on, because not everyone's going to be able to watch it right now, thank you. Thank you for, actually jumping in and checking it out. So, what did I just say I was going to do? Okay, I need to go to data. I need to look for Metalhead's online blueprint interface. Object interaction. I think, yeah, I could use this. I can just add a function to this. So basically what an interface is, it's think of it like think of it like a computer or a phone or any electronic item. They all have things that are very commonly used amongst them, and that's typically something like a power button. You hit the power button and it turns them all on. So effectively, in this particular case, I create an interface that is something like is hit or something like that. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud, just trying to work out what the best option is. I could create a parent class. Parent class would be like, alright, I'm a living creature. And then you got human, which is a child class of the living creature, and then a cat, which is a child class, and dog, or a dolphin, or a whale, or a hippopotamus. You get the idea. But each child class has their own different abilities and all that kind of stuff. So, a chimpanzee might be able to climb better than a human, or a snail, for example. I don't know. But they're all part of the one parent class, which is they are a living creature. I mean, they might be dead, but we don't want that. We don't want that at all. So whatever I hit with the wrench, which I have to set up the collision for that soon as well, so that's a whole different thing. Right now I just have to make it interact. That's all I need to do with that puck. So if I go to object interaction, this is where my brain starts failing, by the way. So I do apologize in advance. It does suck when that happens. Hey, Silver's in the house. So I basically need to make it so that when swinging, it overlaps with... Look, how about I do that first? I need to make it so that... Damn brain. There's so much to think about when making a game. And trying to do it live is just even worse. Alright. I've got this, so I've got this. I promise you. Promise you. Collect and destroy. Alright. Let's go into this. Get pucked, main puck. Let's check out the collisions for this. No collision on that. Oh yes, because it's in here. It's a pawn. I guess that could work. Interactable. When the player hits with a wrench collision. Alright, let's have a look at this. What does that collide with? It's a dynamic object type, so that's fine. It overlaps with a pawn. Alright, let's try something. For now, I'll go deflect and destroy. Puck character. That's literally all it's going to be. Just seeing if we are actually interacting with it. And I'll just output some text. For whack. There we go. Hey, Mystic. Thank you. Yes, I hope I got this. It's always slow to start a minigame, especially doing it live. But once I get into the groove of things, it tends to accelerate pretty quickly. Now I'm going to drop this puck into the level, and I need to change the mesh for the puck as well to that new mesh that we created. So right now this is just using the puck from Get Pucked, which is cool and all, but you know, we got to make it a little bit different. Otherwise people are kind of like, you just use the same thing from that other mini game. People don't like that. They want something new and fresh. Let's import. So I'm doing that off the screen. I should have popped that on the screen. I've got 3 monitors, so and I haven't got it so that OBS switches display when I move across, because otherwise it's just annoying. If my mouse goes off there slightly, it keeps flicking between screens. Import this. Let's change. Okay, just doing its thing. Why can't I change this? Oh, it's not even selected. There we go. Yay, I got a puck. Now I'll just make that black. I mean, I can change this whatever color I want. Let's go clear coat. Make it a gray color. There we go. And then I'll make this red emissive or red glow. Oh, I could do that. I don't want to do that though. Yeah, right. We'll just keep it like that for now. And simple collision, I don't know if I want to do that. I think for this, just trying to think of what collision I would normally use. I think I have to actually, there's no collision on this off the top of my head. It's fine. Everything's fine. I mean, if it works and it's like a mechanic, I can see why it would get reused, but I understand wanting to try something new. Yeah, the idea is that every minigame feels like it's fresh and new. If I start using the same assets from other minigames, while that is good to save on resources and to save on time, development time, it kind of makes the game feel a bit samey, if that's even a word. So I want to try and make every minigame feel as fresh as possible. Excellent. Alright, now we've got our new puck. We've got the collision set up for it, kind of. It's hovering a little bit higher, but that's okay. My goodness, what is that? Oh, there's a light underneath it, that's right. Spotlight. Let's make that go a little bit higher. And we'll just make that red. Red is bad. Alright, I mean, that works. That's cool. It's just ominously glowing red underneath it. Looks like a UFO. It's burning through the world. It's fine. Let's see if I can actually interact with this puck now. Now, when I swing at it, it should come up with something that says hello up in the top left there. Spilling water everywhere. Great. Oh, what is it doing? What if I run into it? What's it gonna do? Nope, not doing anything. Bugger. No. Alright. What I'll do then, just gonna have a look at the puck itself. Now you guys won't be able to see this, I have to do this off the screen unfortunately. But I'm having a look. I can kind of show you. But this is a puck, it's live, like the game is still running in the background. It's doing these things live right now. Okay? It's just controlling its speed and all that kind of stuff. If I go into this is actually what I need to go to, which is a character. And I need to see if it's actually hitting the puck at all, and yeah, no, it's not doing anything. Oh, helps if I actually select the character. Try that again. Well, it's showing that I'm swinging the thingamajiggy, but it's not hitting anything. Right, so we go to the puck. I need to make sure the capsule component is... Okay, it's pop material, that's fine. Pawn. Maybe overlap, interactable, trap. I can make it a trap. Overlap with that. And then in... Actually, I don't know. It should be... I think it needs to be that. Maybe. I'll try this. Can we do that? Yes. Collision enabled, yes. Query and that. Bring the character over. The wrench collision overlaps with the pawn. Collision enabled, no collision. Well, it would kind of help if there was a collision enabled on this thing. Right now there's nothing. I think it's meant to do collision enabled up here. Oh yeah, when I swing it does a collision enabled. Alright. But what's it doing? Trace for object. I don't actually want to do any of this. Let's get that out of there. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Don't need any of that. Goodbye. Yeah, that might have been part of the problem actually. Swinging the weapon. Press and release. Yep. Swing the weapon. Wrench collision. No collision. It's like the collision for the wrench is not actually turned on at all. Oh, actually, yes it is. It does it inside of the animation class, which I think is here. We go to this. This is the animation class is the thing that controls all of the animation for the character. So effectively what happens, is where it gets kind of brain melting. When I hit the left action button, which is the left arrow, or the X button, or the square, circle, I don't even know, X, no, one of the buttons on the PlayStation controller, I think it's the square. Yeah, circle's on the right. Yeah, you hit the square on the PlayStation controller, it comes through, does this, when you press it, it goes to the end, it says do this once, swing weapon, one hand, alright? When I do this, this class here is constantly running. This is the animation class, it's always checking these variables within the character. And it's going to look for swing weapon one hand. Which is somewhere here. Actually, I don't know. Oh, okay. This is even more complicated than a normal thing. All right, so there is an animation, which is to swing the weapon one-handed. So I'm going to look for that. Swing weapon one left hand, I think. Right hand. It's one of these. Inside of the animation, you got these little tags, and what these are is actually a notifier. It tells this blueprint or this class that hey, we've just triggered this weapon hit, and you'll see there's weapon hit, weapon retracted. So it triggers this when, let's pause this, once it gets to there, it will come back in here, it'll trigger this. Right now it's looking to it's looking for the boss fight character, and that's the problem. It's I don't think I actually need to do that. Hang on a second. Chibi character, wrench collision. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Right now it's actually coming through and it's going set collision enabled for the attack collision R in the character, which is, I don't even, oh yeah, here. It's this thing here, but it doesn't really work very well. So I actually need to, if I just got rid of this, for example. Range collision, target range collision, what the heck? Oh, hang on, it's casting to... You know what? I'll try... I'll do it the long way. It's a quick way for now, but it'll make it work. Main character... Deflect and destroy. It's not a very effective method of doing this, but it'll do the job. Well, what the heck? Where'd that even go? I just pasted something. I don't know where the heck it went though. There it is. Wrench. Yeah. Collision. Get the wrench collision, set it to enable. There we go. If it's not that, then we do that. Weapon retracted. Set it to no collision. Yeah, it's good fun. Lots of fun. Trying to brain. Alright, that hopefully will resolve some of the issues, maybe? We'll have a look. We'll see what happens. Sorry if I'm not reading the chat, my whole screen is taken up. Well, all of my screens are taken up. Meanwhile, me shamelessly reusing assets because I don't want to model everything. There is nothing wrong with doing that, by the way. I'm getting distracted, so I might head out. Enjoy your stream, mate. I'll probably check you out regularly to see how everything is going. Thank you, Chow. For those who don't know, Chow has been one of the Metalheads testers for quite some time, and all-round awesome guy. So everyone, say bye to Chow and wish him good luck, as he is also a game developer. And he's an awesome dude. So hopefully the collision actually gets identified now. I don't think it will. I feel like I'm missing something. Nope, there we go. Whack. There we go. Problem solved. It's not the greatest. Oh god, I'm running through this now. No! I'm deflecting the straight path. And that's because I set the pawn to overlap, not to push. Alright, let's try something. All this just to get the puck moving. It's going to be a long stream. Alright, now I can't move through the puck, that's a good thing. Now I have to make it so the puck actually moves in the opposite direction. So we'll get out of all of this stuff, we don't need that. Now this is just a temporary thing, by the way. You know, I'll have a better method of interacting with the hazards in the level. I think I've actually got an interface set up already. It's like a damage interface or something. Function library. I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna do a bit of a search. Damage. Don't know. Alright, well, if I go to... I swear that there is a thing. Hang on. Character. Sorry if I'm talking quietly, thinking out loud. Connection. Add. I think there is a damage interface here somewhere. Maybe not. Hit by explosion, I've got that. I could just make an interface that says can be hit or something like that. I might do that. Maybe. Interface. Let's go to that. I'll go can be hit. Keep an eye. Sorry, I should have showed you guys what was going on off the screen. So what I did, I just right clicked blueprint class. No, oops, no I didn't. Right clicked, went to that, created a blueprint interface. and I'll call that can be hit BBI. I'll create a function in here and I'll call that was hit. And that's it. That's all I need to do. I mean, I could have an input here and make that main character BP. Oops. Let's just say what we would hit by. Let's say instigator. I don't need an output or anything. I'll just leave that as is. Okay. Now, what I can do then, I can go to the puck. If I can destroy puck. And I can add this. Can be hit BBI. And then I can go was hit. Oops. Was hit. Event was hit. Now, cool thing about this is that any class that I go to, so I could go to the main character here. If I can destroy, I can actually go to go to the main character actually. Have a look and see what classes it implements. So there's post round, hit by explosion. Let's go was hit. Not. What did I even call it now? Jesus Christ. What did I call it? Can be hit. Any day now. That would be nice. The main character has it's a big class, so it takes ages to compile. Anytime I do one little change, it needs to compile and then save, and it takes forever. It can be a real pain in the butt. Alright, so that's done. Close this down so I can actually see the chat. Now, I'll go to here. Oops. Deflect and destroy. My brain is starting to get a little bit muddy. Is that music running in the background, by the way? I think there's music running in the background. Feels like there is. Let me just... hang on, let me find out. Alright. Oh, there is! My bad. I should have probably turned that down. Let's just turn that off. And we'll go to VLC source. Sorry, I'm just adding background music. It's a little bit quieter than the typical music. And we'll turn that on. There we go. Hopefully it's not too loud then. Background music, monitor and output. I can't even hear it. That's fine. It's all good. Okay. Just messing with Windows. Okay, cool. Back to square one again. So I've added that interface now, so that when I go into the character and they swing, what I can actually do is go implements interface. And this is really handy because then I can do a lot with this. Because I don't like if I have the puck character and then I have the laser and then I have the hatches and all sorts of stuff, what'll happen is any of those objects can be hit. I need to like cast, and I need to basically make multiple of these things and do their own logic and functionality, whereas I have this thing here. I can just drag out from whatever this is here and go was hit and call that message instead, and then it will go to whatever the class is and it'll say, hey, look, we had that, we do implement this interface. So if I go to here, we say we do implement this interface, so therefore we're going to trigger this was hit functionality. The instigator is self. We can actually get some things from that. I can even get like a velocity, or a direction, sorry, of the hit as well, so that's kind of handy. And if it doesn't, you know, implement that interface, we don't do anything. Just don't do anything at all. Oh boy, oh boy. My brain is going into meltdown mode. And this is all just for that one main object. Ugh. A lot of the time when I'm developing, I'll sit here and I'm just thinking, just trying to problem solve, not trying to entertain as well. If you can call this entertaining. Let's move that out of the way. There we go. So, okay, what happens now is it's going to call this was hit functionality, which is in here. So now I could actually print string and go thwack. Now I may have to update this functionality as well. And I have to make it all work online, which is just a nightmare. But we'll see how I go. Alright, so what I did then, I got rid of the message from here because we know that would play. So now I need to make sure that this actual function works. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a message that says thwacked by instigator, which is a player. And then what I could do is get the direction of where the player is and puck is, rather than passing that value through. There we go, thwacked by the main character, and that works wonderfully. Brilliant. So in here, I don't need that now because I know it works. I can get the get actor location. Get the current get the puck location, which is we're inside of the puck right here. Giggity. And then we can go get look at. No, hang on. Look at. Find look at rotation. And then I think I get X vector. Get the rotation from the X vector, which is it's basically anyway, it's getting the direction of where it was being hit from, and then I think I've got an added impulse to it. Set linear velocity. This is gonna be a real pain in the butt. You know what I should go to here is actually the bombs in Blasted, so I'm gonna have a look at that right now. Go to Blasted bomb. See how I did it in here. Every time I do this, it's done differently. Like bomb kicked, does it on the server. It gets the kick direction. Line trace for objects, all that kind of stuff. I think when I do the bomb kick, it's just adding a location. It's not actually using physics. Because physics online is a pain in the butt. It's a bit of a nightmare. Alright, that's not going to work for me. I need to rely on this puck actually using physics. Because there's only one physics object in the level, that's good. It's not going to lag things up too much. You got to think like O balls, for example. There's 8, ball characters on the screen at one time, so that would lag a server up, and it actually runs pretty good. I think I've just got to add an impulse, to be honest. I'll set the physics, linear velocity. Is it? Just trying to think how I go about doing this. Go into the puck. I'll try something. We go to there. I feel like there's another class that I created that actually utilizes physics a bit better and handles it a bit better, but I can't remember what it is. Recombine. Add to current, maybe. We'll see how we go. Set physics linear velocity. Oh, I'm gonna multiply it, I think. Otherwise, it's not gonna go anywhere. Look, I'm just gonna make it something stupidly high. See what happens. Probably not going to work. But we'll try it. We will try it. We will see what happens. No, I mean, it kind of works. It's just the material on the puck is not very good. It's it doesn't freely float around at the moment. Possibly because it's stuck in the floor, maybe. Set physics linear velocity. Why is it stopping then? It could be that the puck material. Okay, so it's got a frictionless puck material. Could just be the floor, actually. More than likely, that's actually it. Collision. Puck material. See how that goes. So right now, I think it's because there's no physics material. There's like nothing to determine how slippery the floor is or anything. It's just gonna kind of stop. I'm going to go to a different minigame. I'm gonna go to get pucked. I'm gonna check out the floor and get pucked and see if there was anything fancy that I had to do for that. Yes. Save that. Come on, textures. Alright. Oh, no friction. Far out. Of course. Of course. That would make sense, right? No friction. Alright. Let's see. I feel like the player might slide around though. So that's gonna be funny. I hope that is not the case. No, player's fine. Oh my goodness. What is this doing? Why are you getting stuck? Is it because this is like in the floor? That could actually be kind of what it is. Let's find out. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit it now though. What's it doing now? Oh yeah. What? Oh, okay. At least I can push it around now. There we go. I mean, that could work as well. Gotta push it. See, and this is where it starts getting a little bit distracting because you can kind of have a little bit of fun with this. Knocking things around. You come up with new ideas and you're like, oh, maybe rather than having it perpetually bouncing around, maybe I'll just I'll make it so that it's just an object that players can slap around, and if it hits something then you know, knocks that player out or does something real nasty to them, knocks them off the edge or something. Puck character. Now I've got to make this smaller. A little bit smaller. Capsule radius is 100, that's fine. Capsule half height. Now, this is where I've got to kind of drop the mesh for this, I think. So that's probably there. Would be good. I don't want players to be able to jump over it either. I mean, I could do that actually. Just don't want to. Because then they can still run into this collision here, and I don't want that. there's no collision mesh that allows it to be smaller. I don't want that. Come on, brain, what are you doing? Go brain, you can do it. Half height, let's make that 80. Oh yes, here we go. 10. Oh, I can't make it any smaller because now it's a complete circle. Alright. Let's just try that. And then I'll drop that down. How high is a player mesh in relation to that? I'll drop him down. Yeah, it's kind of... Still kind of works. I can still drop it down. Because the player will still slap it, so it's fine. Something else I have to do as well is make sure that this doesn't move vertically. Should only move on the XY plane. Yes. Enable gravity. Do I need to do that though? I don't think I do. What is this? Alright, so now I think it's behaving a bit better. Oop. Maybe not, that's probably not the greatest thing to do. It's adding quite a lot of impulse and then it's limiting it. I've got a limiter on the speed of this thing because if I removed the velocity clamp, for example, it'll probably go absolutely nuts. Let's see what happens. I don't know any other way of limiting the velocity of something. Yep, there we go. Boing. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's not a good idea. So I'll just leave that as is. Maybe I can set the dampening to something a bit different. Linear dampening, or damping, sorry. I'll make that 0.2. If I made it 0, it'll just keep going and going and going and going. Which is fine and all, but yeah. I mean, I could do that. I do want it to, like, eventually slow down, though. And I want it to be easier to hit as well. Like, I don't want the player to have to get, like, right up close to it. And I want the swing to be pretty much immediate. And I don't want it to, you know, jut like that. I mean, that's because I've got this stupidly high value. Make that 100 or something like that. This is where you got to play around and just see what works. I put that to a stupidly high value just to make sure it did work. Yeah, so I'm hitting it, but it's just not very good. I mean, I'm pushing it faster than I'm hitting it, so now I just have to go in and adjust this so I can make that 900. Seems like a more fitting number. Hey, you fixed your game? Excellent. What'd you have to do? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I probably don't need the rotation on this thing. It's quite spinny boy. It's quite difficult to hit it as well, which is not good. Don't really want that. Eventually, I actually wanted this thing to accelerate over time so that every time a player hits it or something like that, or just over time, the maximum velocity would actually, you know what, let's try that. The maximum velocity would be increased. So I'll make this 0 linear damping. Damper? Damper? I don't know. Now I want damper. Damper's tasty. Alright. Oh, what did I just do? Now, this shouldn't slow down, technically. It might, though. I think it'll only slow down if it hits like the wrong angle or something like that. But it should not slow down from moving. It'll probably only slow down from hitting a surface. Yeah, you can see it slowing down. Alright, I don't want that behavior though. Okay. So the walls, for example, they, in this particular case, I'll make them bouncy. Actually, I'll select all those walls. Now these walls are placeholder anyway, so bear that in mind. Bouncy walls, there we go. Yeah, now it should just keep going and going and going. As you can see, it's not really slowing down. If anything, it's actually speeding up. Only a little bit though. The good thing is it's not bouncing directly opposite of the wall. So it's always going in different directions. Problem is when it hits a player, that happens. I don't want that to happen. The player should get knocked away or killed. So I could do that. But the main thing is the puck bounces around. Just having a look at my documentation. Wow, I'm only up to the second part of what I want to do. Oh my god. It's not how I want the stream to go. I may have to take a short break because I don't want to be sitting here the whole time. But I may have to take a short break, maybe at 3:30. So that's, you know, it's 18 minutes away. We'll see what happens. See how I'm feeling. I do actually have a bit of a headache now. It's probably all the lights and stuff on. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading the documentation here, so not ignoring you guys. The other thing I wanted to do was change the puck color. Glow matte. Sets vector parameter color to color of character. It's pretty simple to do, which is really good. So whoever hits the puck last, it just changes to that player's color. Whether or not I make it so that the puck doesn't hurt the player that hit it, we'll see. Let's see what happens. So there we go, and you can see it changed to my color now. I should also change the light underneath it to my player color as well. That'd be fun. Bonk. Yeah, as you can see, there's that issue where it just stops as soon as it hits a player. I don't want that to happen. I kind of want it to go straight through the player, or like at least knock them away. So what I can do is make it so they don't block the pawn. They just kind of, the pawn being the player, by the way. Think of it like a pawn, like a chess piece. That's what they call, you know, characters, I guess, in the game. Although they call characters in the game, in the engine. I won't get into all that. My brain can't handle it right now. So yeah, right now I'm just going to kind of go through it. But I can still hit the puck. So what I need to do then is make it so that when the puck hits the player, begin overlap. There's no overlap function at the moment. I can make it go cast to main character. I can bounce the player away, or I can just kill them. For the time being, I'm just gonna make him kill them. Kill. Death, kill zone. Actually, no, death. Crushed. Crushed. By the hand of God. Has authority. I don't want that to be done on the client. It needs to be done on the server. Otherwise, if the client is seeing something different, they'll see the player die on their end, even though the player's probably still alive running around. You don't want that to happen. That to happen, rather. You also don't want that to happen. But at least I know it works, right? I could make it so that only if the velocity of the thing is higher than a certain amount, then kill players. Oh, it still got me. No. That's gonna be a real bit of a pain in the butt, I think. Can make it so swing one hand, branch. Oh, hang on. Do that. Only crush the player if they are not swinging. It's a pretty dumb mechanic, but I'll figure it out. As I said, this is just a prototype. Just gotta get it working to begin with. So right now, there, and dead. Ideally, I would like it to push the player away. Don't quite know how to do the physics for that yet. Stretch! Oh, that was good. Yeah, booyah. How you doing? I am definitely working on metalheads. I'm trying anyway. I'm getting there. It's doing a new mini game. Seeing if I can actually make it. Finding it a bit difficult, but that's just game development in general. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. If I manage to make it working, of course. So right now, I'm just trying to make it so that there's this puck here. Player can run up, hit it, bounces around perpetually. It changes to the player's color, and then yeah. it kills players. I would like to make it so that it bounces players away rather than killing them, and that it doesn't stop. Because right now it's stopping. So right now I can get rid of this death crushed thing, and I can go add impulse maybe to the player, which I'll actually grab the blasted bomb thing here, because the blasted bomb, if the player is shielded, for example, it does knock them up and away. Hit by explosion. Do I want to do it like that? Maybe I hit by explosion. Just trying to figure things out as I go. Hit by explosion. Event hit by explosion. There we go. Alright. Bomb, explosion, hit delay, explode on all. What the? Oh, that's the actual bomb. Hang on. I need to go to the blasted character. Which is up here. Main. Blasted. Yeah, damage knocked over. I mean, I could do that actually. So I think that does an impulse. Oh no, add impulse. Here we go. Play hit with explosion. Yeah, alright. I can pretty much borrow this. Deflect and destroy. I'll just make sure that this has actually got a hit by explosion. There we go. Nope, that's not what I want. Could you just get the direction between the park and the player and add a force? Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing, but I'll go into it in a sec. Hit by explosion. That's effectively what I'm going to do now. Is I'm going to make it so that it can pass through the player, but I'm going to make it so that it's going to add an impulse to the player, or a force, just to knock them away, much like the blasted explosions. I need to add the explosion interface. It's not the best way of doing things, but oh well, it works. I hope. Oh, that's not. No, that's not what I want. No. Hopefully this doesn't crash. Thank goodness. Main character deflect and destroy. Here we go. Explosion. Hit by explosion. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've already got that in here. Right. Well, I don't really need to do much at all then. Damage knocked over, damage stun. There we go. I just don't want to kill the player, that's for sure. Alright, easy. Let's get out of here. Get out of blasted. Go to deflect and destroy. And we're going to go hit by explosion. Core function. I hope that works. Yes. Might just... Power 1000 explosion location will be here. Actor location. Actually, no, it will be here. Impact point. Power 1000. Velocity will just be this, but opposite. Actually, the velocity is just going to be that minus that, I think. No, it's this. Except for that's going to be there, that's going to be there. That's hopefully. And we'll just see if that works. It's probably not going to work. Then I'd have to get the velocity of the actual puck as well. To work out how far to knock the player away, all that kind of stuff. But we'll figure it out. Because if I run into the puck right now, it's going to knock me out, and that's about it. And dunk. Yeah, it kind of knocks me out, like away, but that's not really what I want to happen. Yeah, it's going the wrong direction. Yeah. Alright, so that's easy. I'll switch that back around. Bonk. Bonk. And I'll also add a little bit of vertical force. Actually, velocity. Yeah, we'll see if that works. Let's try it. Let's try it. See how we go. Because if I add a little bit, if the player gets lifted off the ground, more than likely they'll get launched away. I'll hit this first and then just see. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm dead. That's a little bit too much. Let's just go 2. Plus that. Alright. That was a bit ridiculous. Oh, damn headache. I think, yeah, it's definitely these lights, because there's quite a lot of them. Oh, okay, that really launches me. Damn, alright. Let's try like a point 2.5 or something like that. Jesus. Hit by explosion. Why does that launch me so far? I think on the other end of it. It's the impulse amount. It's set to 1,000. It should be like 600 or something like that. Maybe even less. Jesus. Alright. Let's just make that 300 power. And this is where all the tinkering comes in. You just gotta keep reiterating and reiterating, just making sure everything works. And this is just the first hazard. I haven't even done the other ones yet. The fire pits. I mean, they should be a lot easier. It's still... Oh yeah, I've got to set up the opposite direction to that. Oh, I'm going to get yeeted. Make that a 1. Actually, velocity 1. It should be -1, potentially. No, it should be 1. 400. A little bit more power. Probably going to get absolutely launched again, but we'll see what happens. Start, target. Oh, that's why. We need to go from the puck. Yeah. No. Yeah, from the puck to the character. That's got to find that rotation value and knock the player away. Ideally, I just knock him up, and then the puck just passes underneath him. That's probably the best way to do it, to be honest. And then just stun the player. Just get absolutely launched. And this is why I could add fences to the outside of the arena as well. Just really mess the day up. I'm gonna get rid of this debug thing as well. It's quite annoying. I don't actually need that. Yeah. Hit me. Oh, yeet. This is where it starts to get a little bit fun as well. This is a part of it I really enjoy. Because I could add another one of these if I wanted to. And add 2 more, something like that. And just go crazy with it. I don't think they'll run into one another, but we'll see what happens. Oh, and that's another problem I need to avoid. This player's just running into it. See, they'll pass through one another, but yeah, like if you had like a bunch of these bouncing around the arena, which I fully intend to probably do later on. Ah, jeez, getting yeeted. So much happening. Yeah, I can make it so as time progresses, players get a pickup and it adds more of those pucks to the arena or something like that. I think that'll be quite funny. What is this? Checking for wall. Well, you know what? I don't need to do that, and I'll save on the resources. I'm just going to leave that there, though. And that's what that the red spheres were that kept spawning in. Thank you for the follow, Jim Brown and Mystic. Thank you, guys. Sorry I didn't see that before. I've got lots of things happening, so just trying to keep up with it all. If you guys could give me a cheeky follow on YouTube as well, that would be handy. That way I can have a custom URL on YouTube. I'm almost at 100 subscribers on there. Huge, I know. But that will allow me to have a Metalheads Game URL rather than the random sort of alphanumeric URL that I've got at the moment. So feel free to do that, because I will be, you know, obviously live streaming to YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, it'd be good if you guys can do that if you want. If you want, you don't have to. I am watching you though. Right. Should I make it so the pucks run into one another? That would be that'd be good if they did. Don't know how that'll go online. I think that could be a little bit crazy. I could try it. If I did this, it'll make them run into one another. Let's see. Need to add them. The problem is then it'll stop when it hits the player. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Actually, this will be interesting. I can make it so that it like pushes a player along, hopefully. Yeah, it doesn't overlap with the player now, which is kind of crap. I don't want it to stop. I want it to push the player. But yeah, you can see like the craziness that you can have happening here. If you had like a whole bunch of these bouncing around, that'd be kind of nuts. Especially if they had like momentum that just kept going and going and going, and it's perpetual increasing momentum or velocity. then they reach terminal velocity and then everyone's screwed basically. Need to change that so that's that again. I wonder, I think I need to go to the Googles and see how I can make it so the player would get pushed by the what the heck, frozen character, by the whatchamacallit, the thing. I can't brain. What's going on? No friction. Let's try this. I'm just looking to see if there's a way to make it so the player actually gets pushed. Position solver, iteration. I think it's in the character movement. I think there's something in here. That's networking, swimming, flying. No. Physics interaction. Enable physics interaction when moving into them. Enable touch force active as applied for kilos. I think it's something in here, I just can't remember. Scale push force. If enabled, the applied push force will try to get the physics object to the same velocity than the player, not faster. This will only scale the force down. It will never apply more force than defined. What if I just disabled that? Don't think that's going to work. I do not think that is going to work. Be good if it does, because I do want the player to kind of get knocked away without having to add my own stuff to the game. I mean, they run into it, but will it push the player away? No, it just bounces. God damn it. Yeah, don't want that to happen. Alright, to the Googles. To the Google. Just gonna search that off the screen because, you know, don't want you guys seeing all my links. Yeah. UE4. Physics object push player. And make a projectile push the player. Just disable bounce in the projectile. It's not helpful at all. Characters cannot simulate physics because it interferes with the character movement component, which affects its own physics. Ah, yes. If you wanted to push the character with a physics object collides with it, you need to fake it by moving the character during content. Right, okay, yeah. Okay. Kind of sucks. Yeah, okay, that's a whole different thing that I need to do if I want to make that work. That's going to be a nightmare. I do not want to try that. So I'll do that for now. I'll figure that out later, at some point. But right now, it's not the priority. Yeah, basically, what I just read then, it makes sense. The character movement component, which is this thing here, it overrides character physics. Now, if we have a look at... actually, does it? I don't think it does. Hang on. Enable physics interaction here. Push force factor. I reckon I could get it working. I just don't know. I don't know how. So I'm not going to screw around with it too much because it'll be a very long stream and I'll probably get nothing done. Anyway, where are we at? So I've got these things. It can bounce around. If it hits the player, it knocks the player aside. I don't want it to stun the player. I just want it to knock the player over. 1.75 seconds. Knockout particle. Why not? Stun time 0. Let's see how we go. But yeah, I need to figure something out. So if I run into this right now, it's just going to knock me over. I don't want that to happen. Bonk. Yeet. I mean, that's kind of working good enough, you know. It knocks me a fair way, though. That's the problem. So I need to just adjust that, I think. Knockout power. Let's just make it 100. Let's see how that goes. It's kind of yeeting me across the level. I don't want that. I just wanted to kind of knock me aside. And the idea is it'll stun the player for a temporary period of time, which could leave them vulnerable to being you know, hit by a moving laser, or it might knock them into some fire or something like that. Dunk. That didn't knock me aside at all. Maybe I need to, yeah, I need to do a little bit more power on that. 200. Let's try that. And I may have to add some vertical velocity to it as well, just to knock the play upwards a bit more. And this is, yeah, this is a fiddly part about doing game development. It's just so much going back and forward, just fine-tuning things and trying to make sure they work. I'm just getting launched every which way. That didn't do anything. That didn't really do anything. That yeeted me. I think if I'm moving, it doesn't really do anything to me. So what I need... What? Why did that stop? That was weird. If I run into it, it just stops. That was quite bizarre. Eh. Get up. Go, little dude. Eh. Alright. Hit by explosion. If I go into the character itself, I think it's because there's a velocity change there. Whether or not impulse is relative to mass. I could do that. Anyway, I think that's good enough for that part of things. The puck is not designed to kill players, it's just designed to disrupt them. I think for the time being, it is a prototype. I should move on to the next hazard, which will be the fire traps. And then I'll come back and go over it again. Because you guys are probably getting bored of this puck, you know? It's a little bit boring. Tell me if you're bored. Like, if you guys are bored, tell me. Alright, next thing I'm going to work on is the little fire pits. Now, I've already got ones that I can actually test out. Now, I will have a very quick break just to go to the loo, just refresh, to stretch, all that kind of stuff. Because it is important. Otherwise, I end up sitting here all day, every day, which is what I used to do, which is really unhealthy. And it's, you know, if I sit here for this long and I don't move, I don't do anything, it can really drain on the brain a little bit and the body. I am looking for not melting memory. I could go to it though because it's got the melting memory fire vent. Yeah, right. I'll just use that for the time being. Basically, I can use these vents for the time being. This is something I can reuse. I'm not ashamed to do that. But I could have a bunch of these in the level. You know, just like this. I can just have those kind of scattered around the different locations. Not gonna put them in any particular fancy locales. Just gonna roughly wing it. And then what I'll do after that is I'll make a separate vent type actor that players can run across. In fact, I probably don't need that many vents. That's kind of overkill. I think just the 6 vents is fine. Let's do that. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. It's very, very crap right now. All right. Oh, man, these lights are just nasty on my eyes. Like there's a big light there, strip light on my left. It's all burning my retinas out. My eyeballs, my poor eyeballs. Cool thing is with these fire vents, are already kind of set up and working. So if I could just repurpose them, reuse them. Now they won't do anything when I walk across them, of course, but yeah, at least I get sort of an idea of placement and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna go back to Blender. I'm actually going to position some of these vent type things now. Make them 1 meter by 1 meter. Yeah, sure. Depth, 2 meters for the time being. 3, 4. Alright, I can do that there. I don't need to make these things 1 meter by 1 meter, but I will. I will. Scale 1. And I'll make that go to Y. 3. Make that go down to 0. Oops. Now, where is its location? Bloop. Now, Y. Make it 5. -5. Cool. Then I can do the same thing with this. That's 4 meters. Make it -4. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Join those. Duplicate them. Actually, I don't need to duplicate those. You'll see what I'm doing here in a second. I'm just kind of messing around, kind of blocking it out once again. Mirror is what I'm after. Oh yeah, I need to do something. Gotta do that. There we go. Excellent. Then from there, I can kind of design the arena a little bit better. I could make it more, I guess, square. When I say square, I mean like it's dimensions, you know, 1 by 1 rather than 16 by 9 or whatever. Oh, all right. Yeah, I think that could work. All right, I'm not gonna worry about that just yet, though. Actually, I do need to worry about that. How can I do this? I need to do a boolean. Boolean. Difference. Oh, hang on. Difference with these. Yeah. I think that's what I've got to do. Alright, intersect. I don't want to intersect. Yeah, it's definitely a difference. Okay. Then I can delete these. And now I've got these holes. And then I can let this thing auto mesh or triangulate. Triangulate faces. Oh boy. Alright, that's fine. Everything's fine. Good enough. I could export this. Actually, you know what? Extrude edges down. Basically get those vents happening. I'm not actually going to do that. Almost forgot that I was live then. Oh, I figured out what the shortcut key is, by the way, on how to change the shading. Came back to me after all. So block out, go to that, boom, done, and I'll re-import this block out mesh. Re-import, yep, done. Don't want to close that, I just want to move it. Now I can position these things a bit better. Minus 300, nope, that's weird. 400? What the heck? There we go. Alright. 400. Minus 300. There we go. 300. 400. Minus 400. 300. 500? I think, yeah. And 0. Minus 500. And 0. Cool, now the vents are set up, and it looks like there's a hole underneath them, so yay. They kind of look normal, which is good. I do have a kill box here. I don't really need that kill box. No one's ever gonna land in it. I hope not, anyway. It's kind of a massive yeet out of the level if that's the case. If I go to this, I can make a duplicate of this, I guess. Yeah, I think I will. I'll make that go to select and destroy, copy here. Melting memory fire vent, let's just go deflect and destroy fire vent. That'll break a lot of things with this, but that's okay. Yep. Yep, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Get rid of these errors. There's gonna be more errors here, but no, there's not. Look at that. Replace those with this new vent. Replace selected actors with that. Cool. Now what I'll do, now this isn't how I'll have the vent set up. Basically I want it so that, I'll run a game and I'll show you what I mean. I want it so that when a player runs over it, like it'll be closed up. There'll be a door over it to begin with. So you run over it, it activates the fire vent, and the door kind of like opens up and little lights come out up on the outside, so you know that it is, you know, that player ran over that vent. When they have done that, they're immune to their own fire, so they could run through it or get knocked into it or whatever. But if anyone else runs through it, then they burn. If anyone runs over that vent afterwards, it wouldn't be spewing fire the whole time. It'll only do it when a player goes to run across. Like immediately it'll just be like, just roast the player. Oh, that's a problem. Whoop. That's a big problem. Let's have a look and see why. Let's get rid of this practice capsule. Let's get rid of those. Don't need those. Don't need that. Let's uncomplicate this whole thing. Error. Rotate text. Nope. Don't need that. Nope. Don't need that either. So I'm just going to set up the fire vent so that it actually works. Oh my goodness, what have I done? Oh, this is all text. That's why. I deleted the text actor and now it's freaking out. And more. That's fine. Everything's fine. Don't need that. Don't need any of that actually. Or that. Practice targets. Nope. Get rid of all the stuff that I don't need. Safety I don't need. Actually, yeah, safety I do kind of need it. So, shoot or stop flames. Alright. We've got the capsule here. That's what I need to work on first. To make sure the puck doesn't bump into it. I can make this into a trap, I think. And that way the puck shouldn't run into it. I don't think it'll run into it anyway. We'll find out, I guess. It's gonna make that no friction. Oh, hang on, it doesn't matter. Hey, sweetheart. Come on. You gonna jump up here? Come on. No, she's not gonna do it. Hey, what if I play fetch with you? Come on, baby. Here she comes. We've got a kitty cat. We have a kitty cat up here. Kitty cat stream. Kitty cat stream. You can see a tail. Camera only. Hello. Oh, hey, sweetheart. Look at this. Hey, look. Look. What you doing? What have you got? Come on, you can do it. This right here is this is a minnow. What you got on your head? She's a smooch. Alright. Hello. You're adorable. She's gonna help out with the stream. She's here for moral support. Support. Get it? Ready? She's not distracting at all, I promise you. She's helping with the game mechanics. She's teaching me her ways. She's actually after this, my hair tie. There we go. You go for my hair tie. All of the fluff. Oh, here we go. What have you got? Oh, you dropped it. Alright, here. Come on, ready? I'll throw it. Ready? Here, get it. And off she goes. She'll probably bring it back here in a second. Alright, fire vent. Need to make sure that when the player runs over the fire vent, that it goes off. So when they run over it, let's get rid of all of this shit. Yeah, I just need to get rid of all of that. Okay. When they run over it, oh yeah, I'm an idiot, of course. Other actor. Oh, hello. Did you bring it back, or did you leave it somewhere? Come on. She's back. She hasn't got the hair tie though. She's just wanting to be a smooch. Hey, you pretty? You wanting to be a smooch? And 3, 2, 1, tail. Oh, you headbutted me. Hey, can I have a headbutt? Oh, you're adorable. She's so damn cute. Hey, put your damn butt away. Not for the camera, okay? That's not very good. Oh, she's sleeping on my arm. You never do that. Cast to main character. Deflect and destroy. Oh, you're so damn cute. Hey. She's adorable. She loves me. She's gonna play with. Hey, nope, you can't play with that. That is not a toy. It's dangerous. She's playing with the lights. I've got strip lights there, and she thinks that they're a toy. All right, deflect and destroy. Death burn. Player slot. I need to make sure that when the player runs across it initially, it gets activated. No, actually, you know what? That's fine. Seriously, cat? You are being a pain in the ass. No, no, no. That is not a toy. Stop playing with it. Here, play with a feather. It's a feather here. See? There you go. Set the, get the player select. No, she's just gonna pull on the light. Yeah, hey, stop it. Hey, no. You know, no. Ah, stop it. Gotta rouse on the cats. Hey, why are you being such a pain in the ass now? Here, play with this one. If you're gonna play with it, yeah. Play with that one. Okay. Come on. Yeah, play with that one. There we go. I need that light. They're adorable, but they can be a bit of a nuisance sometimes. Alright, gotta get the player slot. Is the player slot equal to the slot of the vent? If they are, don't kill them. If they aren't, kill them. Simples. And then we just kill them with whatever the player's color is, I guess. Death burn. Shoot flames on all. Just gonna do that. Flame color, burn color. There we go. Burn color. There we go. Now, play slot by default should be -1. Good. Good. Now, I don't think it's there's no collision to begin with, which is fine. Collision has to get activated first. So if I run across these vents, it shouldn't kill me or anything. Shouldn't do anything. And this shouldn't bump into them, hopefully. Good. Ah, damn it. It does. Why? What is it running into? Is it running into the actual mesh? I wonder. I think it might be. Block all dynamic. There we go. Yeah, it's blocking the pawn mesh. That's gonna be a bit of a pain. How can I do this? Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So right now, the puck itself, the collision on this is a pawn. I think I may have to set it to something different. Maybe. Might have to set it to a trap or something, or a physics body. No. I'll make it interactable. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll make it so that if it runs into a player, the player is a pawn. So this is interactable. The player's a pawn. The player can clip through an interactable. And the trap. What the frig? Collision. Okay, so that's yeah. All right, cool. It's fine. Everything's good. I hope. See how this goes. Getting there, guys. Slowly. Just trying to whack that into there. Oops. Yeah, now I can't even interact with it. Oops. Yeah, that's a pain. Interactable. That's probably because wrench collision. Interactable. There we go. That's why. Can't hit it because it was not able to identify that it was an interactable object. There we go. Oh, okay. Bye. disappeared into a different dimension. And that's because the walls are not set to block that particular thing. So I gotta block interactables. There we go. Try that again. All trial and error. All very, very frustrating. There we go. Yay! And it still yeets me out of the way. Excellent. Got it working. Yay! Doink. I mean, sometimes it'll work properly, and other times it doesn't. I don't think anyone's going to complain too much. There we go. Alright, now the fire vents. For the time being, what I'm going to do, just to test them, I may need to have a break. Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Should I have a break? You guys okay with that? I think I should do it because I'm struggling a little bit here. I am struggling. Need to reset the brain a little bit, I think. Refresh it. Get some fresh air, come back. Look, I'll do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have a slight break. What do you reckon? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Maybe less. We'll see what happens. What I'll do is put some put a timer on. What's the time now? It's 4:02. Let's make it 4:07. Start counter, and look, I'll be back 5 minutes, guys, or roughly 5 minutes, maybe even less. So thanks for sticking around if you're still here. If you're watching later on, thanks for watching later on. I'll be back. air around. I have myself a cat, and she's adorable. Ugh, cat therapy, best therapy. Eh? Isn't that right? This is Minnow. She is back for more. Alright guys, I have, I don't know if 5 minutes is long enough, but I went to the toilet, went outside, got some fresh air, had a bit of a stretch, and hopefully I can get back into this and be of a good mindset. Hmm? What do you reckon, Minnow? Do you reckon I should be able to get some stuff done now? Hmm? Yeah? Okay, so... okay, you're off. Where were we? We were trying to get the fire vents working. And they were working. Well, I mean, the collision was working, sorry. So now I just need to make sure that when the player runs across them once, I'll just make it, for the time being, there'll just be fire underneath it that spawns. And then after that, what I'll do is if... Actually, no, for now, I'll just make it when the player runs over it, the fire just spews up. But later on, I'll add a second player, which I can actually do that now. Sorry, let me try this. Add a second player using my Xbox controller. It's gonna have a bit of a freeze first. Oh, hang on, I'm not on the right screen. You guys would actually like to see what's going on, wouldn't you? Here we go. Got that, got that. Well, Chow, I went and had a 5-minute break. That was what you missed. So now I've got 2 characters, although the top character has got the wrong colored thwacker. But that's fine. That's all good. Now, if I dunk that, you'll see that it changes to the color of the character, so that's good. Oh, yeet. Yeet. Oh god. So what I need to do next is make sure that, like, when one player runs over one of these vents, it'll spawn fire underneath. And then when the other player runs over it, it will emit fire. It'll spew fire up and burn that player. So let's try this out now. I need to make it so that capsule safety. I'll go activated. So I'll make the capsule here so that it is query only, so that it does actually identify when a player runs across it. So pawn, yes. Activated, no. We'll set that value to be activated. Check for players. Do I need to really do that? I don't think I do. Initial check. I'm gonna delete all that. Don't think I need that. Reset event. I don't think I need that either. Get rid of this tick. I don't need the tick event. Alright, so player runs across. We check if it's activated already. Where's safety? No, we don't want the safety thing. Hang on. Let's get rid of this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Let's get rid of safety. Just another variable I do not need. It's in safety. Shoot flames on all. Look, I'll leave that for the time being. Reset vent. All I need to do is make sure I activate it. That's it. If it's not activated, then activate it. How does that play as color? Actually, I could just do a do once thing. Or a gate. That's where it gets annoying and frustrating to try and make this. Alright, so player 1 walks over the vent. We need to activate the vent at that point. if it's not already activated. But if it's already activated, then check to see if we need to kill a particular player. Actually, after I can just do once. If it's not activated, do once. There we go. Just to save that from continuously being reactivated over and over again. Okay, I'm figuring it out. I'm getting there. the cogs are spinning, clock is ticking, whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm so tired. So first player runs over it, comes through here, checks if it's already activated. If it's not activated, only allow that one player to activate it temporarily. Don't allow any more logic to happen after that point. And after the doors open, I guess, then we make it activated. So we go delay. We'll just say that the doors take a second to open. And then we activate it. We set it activated so that whenever anyone runs over it after that 1 second, it goes to the top path hit, which is true. And then if it checks, just go burn, death burn, death melt burn. All right, I'll do nope. Death burn. If it is not the player who, hang on, let's get their slot ID. So I'm figuring this out as I go, so bear with me, guys. It's going to set the slot ID of this particular vent to the player who ran across it. That way they're safe if they try to run across it again. Then I need to make sure that if they do run across it again, it doesn't trigger the fire. Let's see. This is why I hate my brain sometimes. It's fine for a moment and then it just mental blank. Okay. If this particular player running across it is equal to the player slot, don't do anything. Okay. If it is not that player though, then we're not going to burn them straight away. What we'll need to do is set off the fire particle. So I think I go shoot flames, which is already set up for me, which is wonderful. Go on. Now I don't know if it's set to kill anyone yet, so shoot or stop flames. So shoot flames on all. Forget about the safety thing. Query only. Oh yeah, and then it does a multi-sphere trace to make sure that. Oh, we don't need points or anything. Nope, that can just bugger off. Get awarded. Nope, don't need that. Is the player already dead? No. Is the player... Yeah, okay, gotcha. Then we do death burn. Alright, I think it might actually kind of already be set up. So I don't think I even need to do that. I think I just need to shoot the flames and then it should be good, hopefully. And then after a few seconds, I can stop the flames, maybe. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll try that. Shoot or stop flames. Delay. I guess I'll just do that and then I'll stop the flames after 1 second. Don't think it's gonna work, but actually I just need to make sure it just works at all in the first place. Alright, so I'm going to run across it with one character. The first character. Oh, yep. Cool. Man, black flames look kind of cool, gotta say. Ah, dear, oh dear. I know why that happens. I think. Oh, hang on a second. We don't want that. We want... This needs to be main character, BP. Deflect and destroy. That's that. I don't know why they got killed from that though. I guess because the collision was active. I don't know, that's quite bizarre. Maybe it was the end overlap here. Oh. Derp derp. Alright. I know why. Because I did that on the end overlap, not the begin overlap. So the difference being that the begin is when somebody walks onto it and the end is when they walk off it. Simple as that. I just did it all kinds of wrong. Need to get rid of that. Basically put it all up here. Okay, what? So walk across it now. Walk back across it, doesn't do anything. But if I yeah, okay, cool, and then it shoots the flames up. If I walk across this, and then I walk across it with that, still not killing him. That's not good. Why is it not killing him? Or at least the flames are shooting up. I mean, they're not the best looking flames because they're camera angle. But yeah, the flames are shooting up, which is good. I could make it so it's a hatch and like the player just falls down into like slime or something like that. That could work. Be a lot simpler, probably. Can't believe I've been streaming for just over 3 hours now. I did say it was a 4-hour stream, so I will be ending it on that 4th hour. So got 1 hour left to try and get stuff done. I am doubting my abilities right now because my brain is failing. I honestly am ready for bed. I am so tired. I need to get shoot flames. The flames are always shooting green. And when they were shooting, that's where the problem was. Destroy. Cast to deflect and destroy character. There we go. That should fix up a few issues at least. Are they dead? Oops. Is dead. Oh. Dead? What the? Oh, that's a puck. Main character deflect and destroy. There we go, that's better. Oh, I have a cat walking. Hello. That should work better. Better make sure that's the... Okay, it's not a puck that I casted to. Oh, really? My cats, when they meow, they do like this cute, like, burr sound, like burr. It's kind of like a pigeon slash with a, like, cross with a cat. It's adorable. Yeah, Chow, my brain is just like, I mean, if I did this and it wasn't a live stream, I think I've probably done already. But I think because the live stream is distracting, Yeah, that doesn't help me. But I don't mind it. Like, I kind of wanted to share the process with people. Alright, that's still not killing that character. At least the fire is lighting up the correct color this time. Is dead? No. Is it the same as that player slot? No. Then why is it not killing them? What if I just did this? Because I feel like just because I'm in the editor, it assigns the players the wrong number. Like it thinks that they're both player 0. Or 1. So they go across, and then this guy goes. Nope. Alright. It's not that then. Fire is getting launched. Let's see if it's even doing this. And if it's even finding anything. Is dead. No. Maybe I'll just put one vent in the level, just to... No, I can't do that. What if I do that? And select that one. What one's that? 5 and 4. Selected. And I can kind of isolate on which 5 vent to test. Alright, so player runs across it. Cool. And this player runs across. The light's on fire, but it doesn't do anything. Well, at least it doesn't do anything that it should do. Let's try that one more time. 5 and 4. So, if I go across to that one, I go down. Oops, I didn't want to run into that. Let's see what happens. Okay, I know what it is. It's in safety mode. So I need to change that. So it doesn't do. Okay. I had it in what's called safety mode, which is good for melting memory, but not for this. So that's why I wasn't doing anything to the players. I knew I should have got rid of that earlier. I did talk about it, sort of briefly. Run across that, you know, imagine a door opening up, and then, yeah, they're on fire. And then this player can run back across and it doesn't hurt them because that's their spot. Oh, what the heck? They respawn? Interesting. They didn't even respawn as a ghost. Just like a normal character. And that bounces around. Dunk. Just while I'm at it, I just want to change that puck light color. Light. Set color. And there we go. I'll make that the character color. Done. Now when you hit the puck, it will actually light up that character color. I'll make it orange first. Oh, if I can hit it. Yeah, so the light underneath is now that character color. And there's another problem, like if a player swings, they're kind of immune to the thing. But yeah, there you go. Now it lights up correctly. Yay. Oh, I just stopped it. Interesting. I'm stuck. No? Am I stuck? What if I jump on it? Oh, I can't. It yeets me out of there. Alright. Now. Coming back to the fire again. what happened? Player 1 ran over it, player 2 then ran over it, caught fire. Everything behaved as it should, which is good. Just gonna bring the vent over. My vision's blurry now that I've rubbed my eyes. I shouldn't have done that. At least knowing you're struggling too makes me feel a little better. I just realized that when building the game, the character files aren't in the correct location, so I can't read them. Ah, fun and games. Well, I'm glad my misery makes you feel better. No, I'm not miserable. I've got this sorted. Wow. Half an hour left, huh? What can I get done in half an hour? I thought I'd get so much more done, but apparently not. Apparently not. Damn. That's okay. That is a-okay. Check something. Bear with me, guys. And there. Better bring up the chat again. I don't want that. There we go. Another minigame. Gotta stick together, you know. Game dev, you know. Another minigame, yes. So just tidying things up here. Get rid of that. Don't need that there. I don't think I'm going to do any of the fancy stuff like adding a hatch or anything for the flame vents to open. This headache is getting worse and my brain is getting worse and I'm starting to get anxiety, which is not good. Don't want anxiety. 5 vents. Alright. I need to make it so that the fire vent deactivates after a period of time. So shoot and stop flames. So once we shoot the flames, then we deactivate it after 2 seconds. Let's just say 2 seconds. Problem here is that I think when... Yeah. I've got to see if it's actually on fire. Alright. Shooting. There we go. That'll help. If I go shooting there, boom, boom, boom. No. If we are shooting, then we just simply do a line trace. Don't need that actually. Don't need a line trace. What am I talking about? If they're not already dead, go to this. I don't even need that actually. Just grab that. Don't need to cast the actor twice. And we just burn the character if it's already on fire. And they run into the flames, then yeah, they die. After 2 seconds it deactivates, and after that time we need to reset the vent. Now, I think resetting actually stops the fire, does it? Nah, actually, you know what? I'm not going to worry about that. Shoot flames. I'm going to just set the thing to activated, set player slot to -1 again. And shooting to False. I also need to set shooting to true. No, not there. Need to do that up here. When I shoot the flames, I actually have to set a thing to say that it's shooting. Yay! Done. Alright. Now, what should happen is that the flames stop shooting after 2 seconds. I'll use green this time. Yeah, boom. And there we go, it stops shooting. Yay! Excellent. Now I need to make a thing so that when I walk over it initially, the flames actually appear. So fire particle. I should have these. I should have a second fire particle. Fire particle. Fire underneath or something. I don't know. Or even just a light, actually. Light. Point light. Just make it glow whatever color really brightly. Maybe not that bright. Don't need any volumetric lighting, just lots of glowiness. That'll do for now, but I do need to make it invisible. And then when it shoots the flames, set it visible. Actually, when it's activated, not when it shoots the flames. Set that, and also set the color to this. And then after the timer runs out, we'll just set it to be invisible again. And then ideally what will happen is like when a player runs across, hatch opens, there'll be fire kind of underneath, and you can kind of see it in the little holes here. And then when a player runs across it, it explodes upwards. Or it exhausts upwards, whatever. Yeah, so you got a light that comes on, and then the player goes across it, and then the light should go off. Yeah, it's not anything fancy for the time being, but it's putting things in place. This is the whole idea of a prototype. It's putting everything in place. And obviously I would redesign these vents so that they look prettier. That would be ideal. What the hell is that noise? Oh, my cat's playing with the adjusting thing on the blind. I'm going to hear his knock knock knock. Make sure you drink plenty of water. It's good for the brain, good for the body. Especially when you're doing these long sort of development times. I would normally wear these glasses as well, which helps reduce eye strain and all that kind of stuff, and I wouldn't have lights on everywhere. So I would be able to work for a lot longer, not get headaches, all that kind of stuff, and be able to, you know, be more efficient in my work. But right now, because I'm doing a live stream and because I'm, you know, I'm tired and all that kind of stuff, anxiety, it kind of distracts from what I'm doing. And so there's a lot of wasted time. But I think it's also good, it's good practice for me to try and make a mini game while doing a live stream, because I would like to do more of these if it does go well. And just I guess, learn what is good to do and what's not good to do during a live stream of, you know, developing a game. What was the next thing I wanted to do? Fire underneath. I wonder if I can actually get that working. Auto activate. If I put that like really low down here. The problem is when you look at it from above, it's hard to see, like the fire doesn't angle correctly. It doesn't angle upwards. I wonder if I can change that somehow. I mean, ideally I just change the camera angle. That's probably it. Auto activate. And I could leave that on as well. I'll leave that. I won't have any fire underneath for now. I'll do that later when I actually make it look pretty and all that kind of stuff. For now, it doesn't really matter too much. It really does not matter. Let's add another 0 to this, make it super bright. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm gonna do in this stream. I'm so bleh right now. I'm rambling. Starting to feel that fatigue. Alright, so I run across there, that lights up. Run across there, that lights up. If I try to go across, I die. Try to go across, I die. The puck works as well. To some extent, to some degree. I was going to do like a little laser thing on the outside. I don't know if I can do that right now. I mean, I could try. I could give that a shot. I do already have lasers in the game, as you guys know from other mini games. Laser lunacy and other stuff. I don't know if I'll really want to deal with doing laser stuff right now because it's just my head is just not in the right headspace. So I might actually end the stream here. I know it's shorter than 4 hours, but I need to be way more focused to keep going, and I am losing my focus big time. I might do a stream later on, just playing games. Yeah, I may end up just having a bit of fun. So we'll see what happens. But for now, I think that'll pretty much do it. I didn't get as much done as I would have liked. I would have liked to have whoops. I would have definitely liked to have gotten more done. Because right now, oops, I can't move. That may be. There's that bug. This would be interesting to test. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna switch over to the game the main camera. I'm gonna close down Unreal Engine. Thank you guys for hanging around. I do appreciate it very much. Thanks for showing your love and your support. And hopefully in future I'll actually have a bit more of an idea of what the hell I'm doing. Hopefully get that energy happening again. It's, you know, I'm still struggling with life in general, but I'm doing everything that I possibly can to get, you know, my head right, I guess, or at least in the right space, because what happened to me was pretty brutal. Sent me for a big spiral. But you know, there's only one way, and that is onward and upward. And that's you know, doing these live streams, doing workouts, eating healthier, drinking water, not drinking alcohol, spending time with the cats especially, that's good fun, going for walks every day, sleeping earlier, getting up earlier, all that kind of stuff. just getting better quality sleep, or I try to anyway. It all adds up and is helping with making me feel better. There's some other things as well, obviously, that can help. I won't go into that, but yeah, just I guess avoiding negative feelings and negative distractions, I guess. That all helps as well. But all in all, I am getting back on track. It is slow going. I am feeling better about myself, about the game, I guess. It's just a matter of time. Time heals all wounds, and it's just a matter of just being patient with myself, being patient with life, and moving forward, not letting anything hold me back or drag me down. So yeah, in saying all of that, I hope everyone enjoyed what they did see in the stream. I hope everyone does have a good day, and hopefully you all, you know, if you want to watch later on, if I do another stream, if I'm playing games or something like that, hopefully you do come by and you say hello. I'd like to do more community events and streams with the Discord community for Metalheads. I think that'll be fun. You know, there's games like Goose Goose Duck or something like that, I think it's called. You know, Among Us, all that kind of stuff. You know, community games are fun. I'd like to spend more time with the Metalheads community, and I think that's a good way of doing it, aside from obviously playing Metalheads. So yeah. Without further ado, I guess I should do... I'm not going to do the sound off because I've been talking this whole time and my throat and my head and everything's just sore and I don't think I'm going to do the 3, 2, 1 countdown. What do you guys think? Should I do the 3, 2, 1 countdown? No? Yeah, fuck it. I'll do it. Oh, I swore. Shouldn't swear on stream. Alright, bugger it. I guess I could do it. So thank you guys once again. You guys are awesome. You rock. I'll do my 3. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, and see you in the next stream. 3, 2, 1, finished! There we go. How's that sound? Alright guys, I'm just going to put it into standby mode just so the YouTube thing can catch up, because there's probably a stream delay. See you guys next time.